576 BCE, marked a turning point in Chinese spiritual thought as society became more diverse and centralized rituals lost some influence. Two pivotal figures, Confucius, Confuci, and Laozi, emerged with philosophies that would redefine Chinese thought for centuries to come. Laozi, the legendary figure associated with Taoism, is traditionally credited with the Tao Te Ching, Tao Te Ching, a concise but profound text expressing Taoist ideals. Laozi's philosophy was rooted in the concept of Tao, the way, a fundamental force underlying everything in existence. In his view, the Tao was a natural, effortless flow that could not be fully understood or controlled by human efforts. Laozi advocated for Wu Wei, non-action, a principle that encouraged harmonious living by aligning with the natural world rather than opposing it. This contrasted sharply with Confucian ideals, which focused on social order, respect for authority, and moral development within structured communities. In this era, Taoism as a philosophy became associated with a way of life that rejected society's constraints and promoted returning to a natural, uncomplicated state. Early Taoists sought harmony in nature, often retreating to mountains or forests to live freely and in alignment with the Tao. Although Taoism wasn't yet a formalized religion, it offered a philosophical alternative to Confucianism, emphasizing personal freedom and self-cultivation. Taoism in the Qin and Han dynasties, with the establishment of the Qin dynasty, 221 to 206 BC, China entered a phase of authoritarian rule under Emperor Qin Shi Huang, who sought to unify and control the state through a central ideology. Though Confucianism was discouraged, Taoist ideas quietly influenced society, especially in terms of medicine, astrology, and alchemy. Taoism's flexible, philosophical nature allowed it to integrate elements from other schools, like yin-yang and five-elements theory, aligning it with the worldview of early Chinese cosmology. During the Han Dynasty, 206 BCE, 220 CE, the rulers began to embrace Confucianism as the state philosophy, yet Taoist thought continued to spread in society. In response to continuous wars and societal instability, the Han Dynasty also turned to Taoist principles to promote peace, unity, and natural harmony. The concept of yin-yang, representing the interdependent forces of light and dark, male and female, further blended with Taoist thought, contributing to a holistic worldview. However, as Confucianism was favored as the guiding principle of state governance, Taoism evolved into a quieter, more introspective philosophy, focused on personal enlightenment and health practices. This laid the foundation for what would eventually become religious Taoism, where personal and spiritual cultivation was formalized through rituals and practices rooted in Taoist philosophy. Buddhist influence in the birth of religious Taoism in the Eastern Han Dynasty, 25 to 220 CE. A profound transformation occurred with the introduction of Buddhism from India, which brought a new and organized religious system to China. Unlike Taoism and Confucianism, Buddhism offered a clear path to enlightenment and a detailed afterlife structure. Its organized rituals, temples, and teachings attracted many Chinese, leading to concerns over the impact of foreign religion on Chinese traditions. In response, early Taoist leaders sought to solidify their practices and beliefs into a formal religious structure. Zhang Daoling, a prominent Taoist figure in the Eastern Han Dynasty, is credited with establishing the Five Packs of Rice movement, also known as the Celestial Masters. In his community, Zhang Daoling was seen as a spiritual leader, guiding his followers in rituals, practices, and beliefs centered on Taoist principles. He declared Laozi as a divine figure and instituted a formal structure of worship, marking the birth of Taoism as an organized religion. This new, organized Taoism, known as Tianzhi Dao, way of the Celestial Masters, emphasized spiritual cultivation, community solidarity, and regular rituals to promote well-being and harmony. Taoist sect development and Tang Dynasty patronage. As Taoism grew, various sects emerged with unique interpretations of the teachings. Some sects, like Ma Shan and Wudong, became known for their emphasis on alchemy and mystical practices, while others focused on achieving immortality through inner cultivation techniques. Taoism's allure continued to expand, particularly during the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE. The Tang emperors, who claimed descent from Laozi, made Taoism the official religion, further boosting its popularity and influence. Taoist practices like alchemy, medicine, and geomancy, feng shui, became widespread, enhancing Taoism's cultural and scientific contributions. The Tang Dynasty's support allowed Taoism to integrate further into Chinese life, developing its own mythology, complex ritual systems, and pantheon of deities. Alchemical practices and pursuits of immortality flourished, giving rise to legendary figures who were believed to have achieved mystical powers and longevity. Taoism's wide appeal continued to inspire sects that experimented with various forms of self-cultivation, including dietary restrictions, breathing techniques, and herbal medicine. Later dynasties, Taoism's continued evolution and sect expansion. After the Tang Dynasty, Taoism continued to evolve and expand. In the Song Dynasty, 960 to 1279 CE, the Juanyan sect was founded by Wang Chongyang, advocating the unification of Confucian, Buddhist, and Taoist teachings. The Juanyan, or Complete Perfection School, was influential in its strict ascetic practices and focus on meditation, self-discipline, and ethical conduct. Wang Chongyang's disciple, Zhou Zhiji, gained an audience with Genghis Khan and persuaded him to promote Taoism throughout the Mongol Empire. Under the Yuan Dynasty, 1279 to 1368 CE, Taoism flourished alongside Buddhism, although there were occasional disputes over doctrinal authority, as Juanyan emphasized monastic discipline, and differed from other sects like the Tianzhi Dao, which allowed priests to marry and live among communities. Juanyan's strictness appealed to many who sought a deeper, disciplined spiritual path, while other Taoist sects adapted practices to local customs, absorbing folk beliefs and regional traditions. In the late Yuan dynasty, Taoism's influence began to decline as the Ming and Qing dynasties consolidated power, often favoring Confucianism and sometimes suppressing Taoist activities. Despite this, Taoism remained resilient, continuing to adapt and remain present in Chinese culture through ritual practices, temple worship, and folk traditions. Modern Taoism, legacy and contemporary practice. Taoism's long journey from ancient philosophy to a structured religion has left a profound impact on Chinese culture and philosophy. Today, Taoism is both a religion and a cultural heritage, with temples, monasteries, and lay practitioners around the world. Modern Taoism is known for its emphasis on health, longevity, and harmony with nature, often incorporating traditional practices like Tai Chi, Qigong, and herbal medicine. Contemporary Taoist practitioners often focus on cultivating inner peace, balance, and physical well-being, staying true to the Taoist principles of living in harmony with the natural flow of the world. In recent decades, Taoism has also attracted interest internationally as people seek alternative spiritual paths, particularly for holistic health and meditation. Taoism's lasting legacy lies in its adaptability. By embracing mystical practices, philosophy, and folk customs, Taoism has continuously evolved to meet the spiritual needs of Chinese society across millennia. As one of the world's oldest spiritual traditions, Taoism continues to inspire a way of life that emphasizes simplicity, harmony, and a deep respect for the natural world. This comprehensive expansion brings the history of Taoism full circle, from its mystical origins through its formalization and adaptation under various dynasties, up to its presence in the modern world.
Today we will explore an ancient, old and mysterious spell. 6-character mantra. These 6 words, it not only carries profound cultural heritage, it is a source of prayer for many people. Whether you are familiar with Buddhist culture or not, believe in today's sharing can bring you new inspiration. In the vast tree Hyderabad Plateau, the 6th sense mantra can be seen everywhere. They are carved into the rock, fluttering among the golden sails, flowing between the lips and teeth of monks, donkeys, and believers. Tibetan men, women, and children do not know the 6-character mantra, a scripture containing 6 mantras and a prayer wheel. Believers turn prayer wheels, equivalent to a low spell, a mantra carved or written in stone, known as manis, placed in the mountain pass, riverside, and other places to pray for peace and good luck. This mantra is not just an expression of faith. It is a cultural inheritance. 6-character mantra, also known as dharani. 6-character big name mantra, etc. It is Shinjo of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva from Finwen and Fanyu. It has a profound meaning and incredible merit. The study of the 6-character mantra in Tibetan Buddhism. It's over 1,400 years old. In some temples, Monkey King in the TV series Journey to the West under the 5 Elements mountain, and Buddha wrote these 6 words on the mountain. This has kept Sandashine under the mountain for 500 years. Later, Tongsen took over the 6-character mantra. Just let some Wu hang out. And the TV series Qigong watched when we were kids. There is often a loss of access in it. We'll recite 6 words while doing it. Let's first understand the correct pronunciation of this mantra and the meaning behind it. The word is pronounced one. This is read as mom. What about this, Demi? This monument, this reading girl. The last word is pronounced coax. It's simple to understand humble on manis. Coaxing means heart. The spirit is as pure and beautiful as a lotus flower. But in fact, behind these 6 words have deep meaning and merit. Wang, representing the body and mouth of all Buddhas, the mystery of one of the 3 leaders. This word symbolizes all the wisdom of the Buddha. It's a magic spell. Represents the first step towards opening the door to wisdom. Mom symbolizes the earth. It symbolizes infinite wealth and contentment. Represents material and spiritual abundance. The mud represents the lotus. It symbolizes purity and detachment, even in a filthy place. You can also keep your heart pure. The monument symbolizes fulfillment and achievement. Represents the ability to achieve wishes. Beauty means the lotus blooms. Represents the flowering of wisdom and inner awakening. Blue symbolizes all the Buddhist blessings. Represents strength and protection. These 6 words are put together. It not only expresses devout belief in Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, it also contains the core education of Buddhism, compassion, wisdom, pure achievement, and strength. The 6-character mantra is more than just a simple mantra. It is the embodiment of cosmic truth. It is a profound understanding of the meaning of life. In Tibetan Buddhism, chanting the 6-character mantra, it is believed to bring many benefits. Purify the mind, reduce worrying, growth intelligence, strengthen the inner bottleneck, accumulate merit, lay the foundation for future support. Express your devout belief in the Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. The 6-character mantra story is full of legend. Legend. He originally had Amitabha of Western religion. Teach to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. As the years go by, gradually become Tibetan Buddhism, one of the most widely known scales. He is not just a daily mantra for practitioners. It is also indispensable in many Buddhist ceremonies and activities. Missing part. Interpreting the 6-character mantra from different perspectives, we can see the richness of it. From the perspective of the representative Buddha, Yin represents Haksyan. Bodhisattva symbolizes wisdom. Long stands for King Ganlu Bodhisattva, which symbolizes compassion. And I represents Digwang King Bodhisattva, which symbolizes life. Compassion represents immeasurable life. Bodhisattva symbolizes longevity. Sadness represents the wisdom in the hearts of all living beings. Yin represents the strength in the hearts of all living beings. The 6-character mantra is an ancient and mysterious spell. It still exudes a unique charm in modern society. The 6-character mantra derived from Tibetan Buddhism. Jomani, North American red, is widely regarded as having the power to purify the mind, the power to bring good luck and peace. In Tibetan areas and even the hearts of Tibetan Buddhists around the world, these 6 syllables are not just vehicles for prayer. It's about connecting hearts, the bridge to positive energy in the universe. In daily life, the 6-character mantra is everywhere. You might be on a mountain path in Tibet. See the colorful sails on one side, fluttering in the wind, embroidered with these sacred 6 suns. They seem to convey people's wishes to the sky. Entering a Tibetan family, you will find these golden sails, also hung in front of the window or on the door frame. It means keeping the house safe. In addition, the mantra of the 6 suns is also engraved on the prayer wheel. When people are slow, when turning these buckets full of scriptures, as if praying countless times, sent into the universe. And not only that, 6-character mantra, it has been integrated into various art forms. It became a cultural symbol. On the exquisite thick of paintings, artists use delicate brushstrokes. It's a 6-letter mantra. Every piece of work, it's full of peace and quiet. In music, these 6 characters are sung like the sound of nature. Lead the listener into a state of peace, Jingjiman's spiritual world, and the practice of yoga meditation. The 6-character mantra has become a guide to the heart, an important element of calm, helping people let go of distractions, return to the heart, whether in religious ceremonies, solemn chanting, or in daily life, as a spiritual sustenance. 6-character mantra, all carry people's yearning for a better life, and the exploration of the spiritual world in today's fast-paced society. He's more than just an expression of faith. It's a way to slow people down, way of meditation. Many people learn through 6, the meaning and power of the mantra, found inner peace. Learning to take a more positive attitude, facing challenges in life. You could say, the 6th sense mantra has transcended religious boundaries. It's a way of connecting the past with the future. Man and nature, the bridge between the individual and the universe, its existence, make modern life more colorful. Thanks for seeing the video. Finally, through today's sharing, we experienced it together, the beauty and depth of the 6-character mantra. If you have any insights, leave your thoughts in the comments section. Let more people benefit. And don't forget to pay attention. like and share with your friends and family. Let's spread this wisdom and beauty together. May the sixth sense bring you peace and tranquility.
Then ask the blessed, how did the king make a wish in his past life? Long before 91 cataclysms detained Sun Buddha. While watching, there is a big business person who supports and detains Sun Buddha. Scissors Buddha a 30 to statue golden body. 10 solemn book stains. I made a wish. I hope I could have one in the future. Some like a motorcycle. Was the merchant at that time the aggressor of this world? Due to his will, he can be my father in this life. What is the marriage of the Brahmin? Old man cause poverty in this world. And you don't have to meet the Buddha until you are old. Because of his lifelong obstacles, the generosity of the great Bodhisattva centrifuge with birth, especially to stop me from becoming a monk, create a lot of bad luck. So he is poor in this life. And you can't become a monk until you are old. Thank you, Master, for teaching me magic medicine. Let me put an end to the troubles. I have our hot fruit flavor. Oh! It's time to eat. Finally, I had something to eat and I'm starving. Why don't you eat? It's incredible the blessed one is so solid. There are so many monks all poisonous. We definitely didn't do any good. Karma in our previous life, so poor in this life. If you don't provide for it anymore, we will be more pitiful in the next life. How to do? It's difficult. Is there any cloth in our house? What can be used as a cloth? There are no tributes at home. But it's not about how much, as long as you have it. Even if you make a small offering to the Blessed One. Merit is also grateful for the treasure of no more poverty in this world. We should make good offerings to the Blessed One. Let's go back and pack up tomorrow. Okay. That's all we have. The apple is still a little. I hope the Blessed One doesn't blame us. The Blessed One is here. Master, can the Blessed One accept our offerings? Lord, please take a seat. Please accept our offer. Your opportunity is right. I observe your roots. Now pass on your method of fooling. Thank you, Master. And that's it for today. Thank you, Master. We have provided the upper root of the blessing, free from poverty from now, and hope that all our fields and crops will turn to gold. The wish to turn the field into gold has really come true, but we'd better ask the king of the estate family for permission, otherwise we may not be able to enjoy the gold. You go and report to the king and offer a piece of gold to the king. That's better. That's right, I'll go to the king. You are literally telling a joke. How could a field turn to gold? Ask His Majesty the king to send someone to check the return. 2 gold, okay. I'll send someone to check it out. You can leave first. Thank you, His Majesty the king. Report to His Majesty. The king went to the field to check. All I see is a field, there is no gold. Old people, how dare you tease this king? His Majesty, I don't came to be seized. Take a look for yourself. Fields have really turned to gold. Did you create a great blessing? Or did you meet the very comfortable Fukudu? I met a very comfortable Pukal. This king will follow you to the fields to have a look. Please check with His Majesty the king. What kind of marriage let you get such a blessing? We are the ones who feed. Socket is customized and only got after August. Don't worry, this is your own ability to support August. The blessing received you can enjoy, but I hope you will provide and give lightly. This is very important. The king has the current wealth. Is all the blessing of the Blessed One. I should report to Fawn's subordinate teachers. Please accept my offer. Blessed One, what kind of marriage turned his fields to gold? What kind of marriage is it? Let him get married before then. He's getting our position. I hope the Blessed One will open the world for us. These are the 2 kinds of yin in his past life and this life. Past marriages are connection life. 20,000 years old Gardor. When annotated, he was the son of one of the Freemasons. Grow up and become a monk. Before he died, he made a wish. I became a monk under the teachings of Gardor. Didn't get much done. I hope that in the future, under the teaching of Happiness Mary Jinden Aradan, now, due to the maturity of his past grievances, under my name. Mary Gent are hot fruit flavor. The current marriage is when he was a farmer. Every time you see me, the heart is filled with infinite joy. And feed me with a pure heart. The merits of his pure heart. And my blessing. He turned his fields to gold. Let me see the child I'm a dad. Hey, ha, ha, ha. Ha.